I've been burned a lot by romance endings lately. They'll have great characters, amazing art, interesting plots, and then the ending hits. Some endings have been tragic, some are just meh, and some are just batshit insane. But I still want more. And more precisely, I want a good ending. So I decided to look for a rom-com, since those are usually not as heavy, and I specifically searched for one where the general consensus said it ends well. And over the past week, I have started and finished all 196 chapters of My Monster Secret. And depending on the translation, it's actually I am, or
実は私は
and I gotta say, this just might be one of the best rom-coms I have ever read. Once it gets its feet wet and the comedy starts hitting, I actually found myself laughing out loud at some of the gags. Although I do gotta say, it's not as funny as something like Kaguya-sama, which I think is more absurdly funny, whereas this series takes what I like to call the sitcom approach, where they establish character gags pretty early on, and they time them real well as the series goes forward. The romance was pretty cute, and I did get invested in the relationships. Wholesome and cute as shit. But the ending was incredible. It actually made me tear up. I didn't even realize how invested in this story I was until I started getting towards the climax. Summary time. Human high schooler goes to confess to his crush but ends up discovering that she's a vampire. He decides to keep her secret, they become friends, classic rom-com, hijinks ensue. Other girls are introduced, there's an alien, a wolfman, a demon, a time traveler. It gets pretty wild. And technically it is a harem, but I would call it a weighted harem, since all the other girls pretty much acknowledge that the vampire is number one. The series is pretty episodic, with most of the conflicts getting resolved by the end of a chapter, usually with a gag, but sometimes with a serious moment. Keep in mind, this is a rom-com with an emphasis on the com. The art style is pretty unique. It might be a little off-putting at first, but it has a really strong identity as the series progresses. And some of the panels towards the end are absolutely beautiful. Quick note, I checked out the 2015 anime, and the art style is very different, and there wasn't enough plot progression to make it feel like anything more than a seasonal generic harem anime, so definitely go for the manga over the anime. And at the end of the day, this story is about finding the people you can share your true self with. And man, is it touching. I really hope you guys check this series out. And if you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe for future videos. See you later.